Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Karen and this is Karen Sews Slowly. I apologise, I have not been around for a few weeks. Lots of different reasons. I've just deleted a vlog where I nattered on for 26 minutes and didn't even get round to the sewing. I have been sewing, but it's been intermittent because since I've finished my last vlog, we put the house on the market, we sold the house, we did decorating to get the house sold. One of the dogs has been poorly and had a night stay in Shea Vet at £550 a night. So it's just been busy, and then amongst all that was all the hospital rubbish, chemo stuff. So yeah, it's literally been one thing after another. I was in Sea Houses last week, up at our house at Sea Houses, and fully intended to take my tripod and mic and everything and vlog from there, and forgot the tripod. And I could have vlogged, I could have held the phone or whatever, but it wouldn't have been good. I'll put a picture in of the carnage that was the sewing table at Sea Houses. The last time I went, I didn't take anything with me and I regretted it. I was really bored, I had nothing to do, the weather was rubbish, and I just sat and froze and watched telly all week, and I was really annoyed that I hadn't taken anything up. So this time I did. I took my new big faff sewing machine up. I took my new overlocker. No, I didn't. I took my old overlocker up. And I sewed and sewed and sewed, and you can see one of the garments there. So I got that fabric from Pound Fabrics, as I normally do. I had to dig out the invoice because this morning I've been to our boys shop in Bladen, where I get some fabrics and things from, and they've got this fabric in, and I thought, did I get it from here? And I couldn't remember, so I had to dig the invoice out from Pound Fabrics. And I did get it from Pound Fabrics, and it was £8.75 a metre. I thought boys was cheap, and it is cheap for some things, but they've got that the same exact fabric as that, and it's £12 a metre. So I think I did quite well. So I got 3 metres and managed to get this Stylark Montana dress out of it. I have wanted this pattern for so long. Oh, come here, Vera. It does not look like much either on the hanger or on even poor Vera. I'm going to get the waist in a bit and gives you a bit sort of more shape to it. But it is, it's a sort of a high-waisted, like almost empire line type top. It has pochettes, which I love a pocket. I love a pocket. And I've been wanting to make this dress further and ever, and I've watched the patterns on Amazon, and it was when I went to the Sewn on Time social a couple of Sundays ago. One of the girls that was there was making the Montana, and she said, I just love sewing this dress because you can make a size smaller, and it's even then it's roomy, it's bigger than you would normally wear. So it's great that you can see I'm in a size whatever, and it's a size what you wouldn't normally wear. So excuse me, got a very drippy nose today. So yes, I'm very pleased with this, and all I've got to do now is hem it, and I'll try and get some footage in of me wearing it, because it does look better on than it does sort of just on Vera on the hanger. It just looks, in fact, when I showed it to Lewis and it was just on, I held it up by the shoulders and he went, oh, and he wasn't very impressed. He could say he wasn't impressed at all. He was thinking, what is it? What sort of shape is it? But when I'd finished it and I'd put it on, he said, oh, that's lovely. I really like that. And I was like, oh. But it looks much better on anyway. can self-line the bodice depending on what fabric you're using, and there's the Stylark has a step-by-step video to follow, and I think Minerva do a video on doing the whole dress. But you can self-line the bodice. I didn't, because I don't think this material needs a lining in. You can't see through it. I mean, you could if you shone a light behind it, but it's not immediately see-through. But what I did do was I bias bound the neck and the sleeves, and I'll just bring you in a bit closer. So I did the bias binding. I hope you can see that there. I hope I'm showing you the right thing, because I can't see what you can see. I'll just have to check when I'm editing that you can actually see what I'm trying to show you. So yeah, that was my first make, and the girl Mags who was making this dress at the Sewn on Time social had said, oh, if you go on Amazon tonight, there's, I think it was 20% off Stylark patterns or any sewing patterns on Amazon till midnight tonight. So came home and I ordered it, but I also ordered, as well as the standard pattern for that, I ordered the sleeve add-on pack. So there's 4 different sleeves you can get now. You can get a completely sleeveless. This one, as you can see, was like a sort of a cap sleeve without the buttons, but it is a cap sleeve. There's now a sleeveless, there's a poofy sleeve and a one with a frill on the end. And obviously the skirt is just the same. So I thought that was quite good, and I think that worked out about, I think it was £17 roundabout. But it was a special deal. So I thought, well, do you know, I've looked at it for long enough. I've wanted to make it. I've bought material in the past to make it and never bought the pattern, because I thought I'm not paying £20 for a pattern. And because it just looks like a, well, it's 4 bits really, apart from the pockets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it, and you sew it together. So at least with the add-on pack, I've got a choice of bodices now. I thought that one there, the red one, or the pinky coloured one, would be nice in a heavier material, as like a sort of a Christmassy frock with those puffy long sleeves. We all know I'm a bit of a disaster when it comes to puffy or frilly sleeves, but you know, that was the idea behind it. By the way, I am wearing the Tilly and the Buttons hoodie, which I'm going to forget the name of. It's out of our book anyway, and it is in this fabric again, which I got from Pound Fabrics, which is £7 a metre, but ages ago now, and it is a fleeced back jersey. Not a massive amount of stretch in it, but it was the cartoon spring floral sweatshirt fabric in orange. £7 a metre, and I got 3 metres. Had to dig that out as well, just to show you, and to make sure that I did get the right place where I got the fabric from. With me, you can normally assume it's going to be Pound Fabrics, because I normally shop with them. So I made that dress at Sea Houses, and then I made 2 Tabitha t-shirts from the Tilly and the Buttons book. There's a bit of a theme here, and that was the first one in this lovely, I think this is just like a t-shirt and jersey fabric. Absolutely lovely, gorgeous quality. We got, I think it was 1.5 meters of each fabric together in one of the subscription boxes from Beyond the Pink Door. That isn't coming up as lavendery as it is, but it is as lavendery as that. It's really weird. The camera's doing weird things. It's making even the neck looks almost beige, I think, there, but it is purple. So So I've made 2 t-shirts, which I said I was going to make myself some more t-shirts because I was desperate to have just normal basic style t-shirts. And you can't go wrong with that pattern. It's so easy. So yes, so I'm going to have a go at making this with the self-lined bodice at some point. And I would say that the bias binding was the most challenging bit about the pattern. Once that was, there's a bit of gathering around here. It's only slight though. It's, I mean, you can just see it's sort of gathered all the way around. You don't have to gather up a lot of material, and you sort of wonder, is it worth it? Because it doesn't really do anything for the shape of it, but it depends, I think, what fabric you've made it in. So yeah, dead chuffed with that. Hopefully I've put a thing in of me wearing it. And you may remember that where is it? 1 second, because Hubster's just been in and sat down here and moved everything. You may remember that I got that material in one of my last vlogs that I put up, and I absolutely loved it when it came. It was, I quite liked it on the website, but when it came it was just, oh my goodness, I have to have that. So anyway, I ordered another 2 meters of that. That was £5.25 a metre from Pound Fabrics. So obviously while I was on ordering another 2 meters of that, I spotted this one as well. And for this one, again, it was, oh, this was £3.75 a metre, so I'm chuffed to bits with this. And I got 4 meters of this, so I may even make another Montana dress. Go that way. I may even make another Montana dress out of that. You may have seen this. I put a picture on Instagram of me drying fabric on the line. It's about the only thing I've managed to put up on any social media site. But yeah, this one I think I saw Alison got a black with a pink flower on, and I thought it was that one, but I've actually since watched Alison's vlog again, and it's not the same fabric. It was very similar, but I may make another Montana out of this. I don't know. But again, Pound Fabrics, £3.75 metre. Got 4 metres of that. So I got that. And then just quite randomly, and I don't even think it was from Pound Fabrics, but maybe people might be from Rainbow. No, it wasn't Rainbow Fabrics. I think it was Pound Fabrics, you know. But it was a different order, different day, different time. I saw this fabric and it was 3 meters for £10. And it looked, on the website, it looked like the yellow sort of floaty, frilly necked top that I made a couple of summers ago when I started sewing. It was one of my first tops I made. And that's in a yellow fabric, and everybody said, oh, that's a really lovely fabric. And every time I wear it, I get a comment on it saying, oh, you really suit yellow, which I was always told I didn't suit yellow. So I saw this, thought it was the same fabric, and I just thought, well, for £10 you can't go wrong. So I've got 3 meters of that. So that might be another Montana dress. Oh, I'm full of myself. I'm going to make all sorts once I start. We'll see. We'll see. I'll probably change my mind 1,000 times. So as I said, I was in Sea Houses and I took a load of projects with me, and I was going to take my mic and my stand and completely forgot to take them. So I couldn't vlog from Sea Houses, which was a real shame because I did get quite a lot done, and I would have liked to have vlogged from there, and then it wouldn't have had you waiting around for another week. So what I did do was take, as I said, loads of projects with me, but I had to bring a few of them home. First of all, there's my son's girlfriend's niece who turned 2 in May, and I still haven't given her this flipping mouse. And the poor thing, she's still earless. I mean, she's dressed, but she's still earless, and so I took her and some of her clothes. But by the time I'd done the Montana and I'd done the t-shirts, it was too late in the week to, so can you hear that? That's a fly dying on the windowsill. I hope you can. It's awful. It was too late to start Mrs. Mouse anyway, to sew her ears on and things like that. So, and we had to start doing jobs to get the house ready for people going in this weekend. And by the time I sat down on a night time, all I wanted was a gin and tonic. I didn't want to sit and sew at all. So that was one, that was the project bag for her. There was the Montana dress. I had cut a top out in that lovely greeny flowery material. So I think, yeah. So in this fabric here, I had cut out that pattern there, but it starts off by you make a channel for the elastic, and I didn't take any elastic. So I flew down to the there is a little sort of, excuse me, flew down to the haberdashery shop. There's a little shop that sells, it sells all sorts. It sells sort of vintage crockery. It sells there's haberdashery items, and she's got loads of unusual buttons and things. It's just on Sea Houses Main Street, and I said, have you got any elastic? But all she had was like really thick elastic or the tiny little string elastic. So, and I needed 1/4 inch. So realised I hadn't taken the elastic. I'd taken the thread, got the pattern, got the instructions. I'd even taken bias binding in case I had to do any of that round sleeves or necklines. And yeah, I was quite disappointed I couldn't do that. That was the one I was going to make first, because I was so keen to start sewing with that material because it's just so lovely. So that was a project I took that I couldn't start. And the other one was this fabric. Let's just get a piece out to show you. It's like a chambray, but it's got a flower on. I think I've shown it to you before, and I bought this ages ago, and I did get this from Boys, and it was really reasonable. And ages ago I saw the Fold Line. They do a vlog on a Sunday night where they go over the new pattern releases, and the Marsha style Alexis pants were on there one night, and not particularly for the pictures that are on the front of here, but the pictures that the Fold Line, the girl showed from the Fold Line, bless her, she shows you different views and the line drawings and things, and that's the pants there. You can do them with a hook and eye fastening, a belt with D loops, a button fastening, and then the sort of very baggy, roomy fit, the very relaxed fit. You need a material with not a jean type material, not a denim. You need a drapey material, which that chambray is. It's really quite thin and light and nice. And I thought they'd be great travel pants, or just kicking about in the summer, really. A nice light sort of trouser to wear instead of jeans, really. And I can show you well, you can see the line drawing on the front there. But they are a relaxed fit, which is what I'm trying to see. So I had those ready to be cut out, and I didn't have the zip. And it starts off by constructing the fly front, and I've never done a fly front, and I thought, I'm not clever enough to know, can I go on and do something else? Can I sew darts or do something else and affect how the fly zip goes in? And I'd rather just do it the steps that they give you and follow the steps, given that it's the first fly zip I'm going to put in to anything. So I couldn't do that either. And let's see, what else was there? I think that was it. Yeah, so I made my t-shirts. I had a t-shirt ready to go, 2 t-shirts ready to go, and the Montana. So I was quite happy with the sewing that I managed to get done, but I was so annoyed that I'd forgotten to get those bits and pieces, which is why I went down to Boys this morning. So I got my D-rings for my belt, which I think are going to be a little bit heavy. They look a bit big and a bit heavy, but anyway, I've got some D-rings for my belt, for my Alexa's pants, and I got some 3 meters of Vaseline iron-on interfacing, because I was desperately trying to find bits of that the last time I needed it. So I've got 2 meters of that. It's £5 a meter down there, so great big load to keep me going. And then I got some 5 meters, it was, of 1/4 inch elastic, so I can do that top, and actually Mrs. Mouse's clothes take the 1/4 inch elastic as well. And then I saw a steel edged ruler. Haha. I need a little ruler. I've got great big quilting rulers, squares, triangle. I've got all different sorts of sizes. I just need a normal ruler sized ruler that had a decent enough edge that I wasn't going to take my fingers off with the rotary blade. You might also remember that I bought an ergonomic rotary blade cutter. Well, I've had a go with it, and somebody had said to me, if my rotary blades are skipping a few stitches, you need to put a new blade in. Well, this happened with this rotary cutter the first time I used it. I think it's me. I think I'm not maintaining pressure. It was much easier to hold and easier to guide, and I wasn't wobbling around as much. However, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. I did, however, treat myself to and that's the other thing. I've had really quite bad sciatica as well. Anyway, I did treat myself to some Guggenheim scissors, and I have to say, you know, they're not the bonny colours of what I've got up there. I've got Fiskars, I've got some lovely bonny purple type scissors that are really quite good. Oh, but these ones, Guggenheim, they are the dog's bees. They really are. You've got to be so careful, because if you catch your paper when you're cutting around a pattern, if you catch the pattern, it'll cut the pattern without even pressing down. It'll just shear off the side of the pattern. Probably shear off the side of your hand or whatever as well. They are fabulous. There was a thing flashed up on Facebook or Instagram, one of them. It was a bit of an ad, and yeah, I'm the world's worst for getting influenced and buying stuff. And it went in, there was an offer on, so I did get them a bit cheaper than they normally are, but I think there's an offer on quite often, so I think if you were to go in, search Guggenheim, there'll be an offer on again. But I can highly recommend them. And actually, I have found them so, because they're cut so well and right to the tip, not like 2 millimeters off the tip, right to the tip of the scissors, so you can get into curves and think, oh, amazing. They've changed my cutting out game, because I was rubbish at it, and I'm not so rubbish with them. Still rubbish, not so rubbish. Anything else? No, I don't think there is. I'm going to try and I'm going to make a start on the Alexis pants, hopefully this week. And I'm hopefully going to get that top finished for the next time I speak to you. Fingers crossed that nothing else kicks off. We've just, oh my goodness, look at the rain. The reason I've jumped on here and tried to get this vlog done now is because Lewis has just taken the dogs out, and I thought, well, while he's out, I'll get back on, and I just deleted the other vlog I'd done. I've talked for 25 minutes, but at least you've had a bit of sewing and you've seen something I've made, and a few pattern ideas and things. So hopefully the next time I see you, we'll have the Alexis pants, we'll have another summer top, and yeah, I'll have decided what I'm going to do with these fabrics. But that's it for now. Can I just thank all my new subscribers? If you haven't yet subscribed and you do watch me quite a bit, could you subscribe? Because I would really, really appreciate it. I find with YouTube, when you haven't been on for a while, your numbers start dropping, and I don't know whether that's actually people giving up on you and unsubscribing, or whether it's just a ploy by YouTube to get you to do another vlog and to come back on. I always think it's a bit like a big brother thing, but never mind. So thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't. Click the little notification bell, because that'll tell you when I have vlogged, because it's few and far between these days, as you probably know. But I'll do my very best to come back on and speak to you all again next week. And I hope you're all well and you're all doing something you love, and that you have some time to sew. Take care. See you soon. Bye.